Hello friends, welcome to your writing lesson for today. We're going to talk a lot about what we did this weekend and all the fun things that you could have done while you're at home. But to start our writing lesson, and especially with today's lesson, because we're talking about what we did this last weekend, we're talking about things that happened in the past. Whenever we say yesterday, last night, or this weekend, this past weekend, we're talking about things that already happened. So that's going to be part of our lesson today. So I'm going to share my screen so that you may see my lesson here. Oh, here we go. All right, so we've got our past verbs, things that happened already in the past. Now, words grow and they change. It says if you did it in the past, you already did it. That means you already did it. So you have to add an ED to those words, okay? So let's just look at these words right here. It says, I have a ball. The ball can bounce. Okay, because they're just telling us that it can bounce. Now, what if we talked about we already did that? We already had to bounce it, and we did it in the past. So, like our rule says, you have to add an ED. So this one, B-O-U-N-C-E-D, it's got the ED already. So if you ever add an ED, that means you already did it. So if I've got words, like I'm just going to type them here. If I've got words like play, I like to play. Yesterday, I played. So P-L-A-Y, play, but I already did it, so I have to add an E-D. Whenever we already did it. A lot of people like play and played. We hear that a lot in our writing. Another one that I see a lot is I might watch TV. Last night, I didn't watch TV. We have to follow our rule, which is add an ED. I watched. Now, sometimes the ED can say a t sound, so we really have to watch about those spellings. If it's something you can do, you add an ED at the end if you already did it. So let's just move on to see if we can grow and change our words. So here's one that I talked about. We talk about, I'm gonna move it down a little bit. We talked about yesterday, I didn't watch TV, I watched with an ED, put that ED on the end. Let's try this one. I can push my sister in the stroller. Yesterday, I pushed. You see, I have an ED. Oh, the one that we talked about yesterday, I didn't play. I played. Got to add that ED. I might need to, yesterday, I rolled cookies onto a sheet. I rolled with an ED. Oh, now I need to fix that. Yesterday, I fixed. Even though it's got a t, is fix something we can do? Yeah, whenever it's something we can do, we usually, if you hear that t at the end, we have to have an ED. Yesterday, you might have listened to your assignments, listened with an ED. I smile. Yesterday, I smiled. Now, this one's got an E already, so we don't have to have two E's on there. We just have that ED together. Let's do one more. Today I used my pencil. Yesterday I used. Now I don't need those double E's on there, right? I just put the D on there. So whenever it's something in the past, you already did it, you need to make sure to add what? An ED like we do here. Today it will rain. Yesterday it rained. I need to paint my garage. Yesterday I painted. I made cookies yesterday, so I wanted to lick the spoon. Yesterday I licked the spoon. I had to talk with my mom. Yesterday I talked, right? Oh, it's got a t sound, so shouldn't I put a T? Oh, if it's something you can do, talk is something I can do. So I have to have an ED if that's something that I did. Another one, jump. Today I jumped. Yesterday I jumped with an ED. So if it's anything you can do, jump, walk, talk, push, that's something you can do and you did it in the past, you add a ED. Always add an ED if it's something that you did. So I'm going to think about what I did this weekend and think if you hear that ED at the end of some of your words. I'm going to have some new cards in here. So this is my pause card. I want you to pause the video and think about all the things you did this weekend. Go ahead. All right, you can press play back again. Think about all the things that you did this weekend. Now, this weekend happened in the past 3 days, right? Friday's kind of part of the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's a lot of days in there that you can write about. Now, should I write about every single thing? Should I write about, no, I went, I did my laundry and I ate supper and I cleaned my room and I did this and I did that. Do I want you to list all the things that you wrote about or that you thought about? No, right? We want to pick one thing that we did and see if we can talk the most about that one thing. So like I said, I did laundry, I cleaned, I cooked, I did the dishes, I did all those things, but those are all different things. Those are all different things. Whenever you talk about things that don't really go together, that's called it's off topic. It's off topic. We want to talk about things that are on topic. So I'm going to show you my screen again. Okay, here's my screen with my on and off topic. I want to see if this sentence is on topic. My friend and I went to the park. We played on the swings and slid down the slide. I had cereal for breakfast. We talked at the park, or we played at the park, and then we had cereal for breakfast? I thought we were talking about the park. Right, we have to make sure they're all talking about how you played at the park. Well, yeah, we played at the swings and we slid down the slide. That's talking about the park. But the cereal wasn't talking about the park. So we need to make sure everything that we write about is on topic, not OFF topic. Off topic means it doesn't make sense. Can you do it with me? Ready? OFF topic. Yeah, off topic. We don't want those. So we need to think about things that we could write about and just add more detail about them. So I told you I did laundry and I did all those things, but that wasn't really fun. But I did bake some cookies. And so I remember baking cookies, and I could talk everything about what I did with baking cookies. I had to put them in the oven. I had to mix the ingredients. I had to cook them. I had to take them off the sheet. All of those things. Are we talking about cookies? You've got it. We are. So I'm going to show it so you can see Mrs. Roberts do both of the writing and the talking, okay? So I'm going to think. I'm going to put my name up here and the date, which is 9-14-2020. I know it's hard to see that over there, okay? And the first thing we always do is write our picture. Picture always helps, okay? Our picture, which is, I'm gonna get my timer on. I talked about how I baked cookies. So I'm going to, and I decided to bake cookies because it was a rainy day. So I'm going to put my sun here, but I'm actually going to put the rain. I'd like to bake cookies on a rainy day. Okay. Now, Joel, how do I show my readers that this already happened? It happened in the past, way in the past. It happened a couple days ago. Oh, I think I'm gonna write an arrow back here to show that it already happened this weekend. Okay, so here I am, it was a rainy day. I'm going to, of course, draw kind of my house here because I wasn't baking cookies in the rain, right? So here, this is who this story is about. I said that I was baking cookies. So I am going to draw my oven. Here's my cookies. And there they go. And there's Mrs. Roberts, okay? There I am baking my cookies. So now I'm going to, I already wrote, I have to make sure that I write everything that I drew. So I have to make sure that everything matches. So I'm gonna talk about this weekend. I'm going to do a little counting. This weekend, I baked cookies. Okay, that's 5, not bad, but remember we want 7 up sentences. First graders want 7 words in their sentences to make sure they're good sentences. So let's see if I can add anything from my picture. Well, I baked cookies. When did I bake them? Oh, I know, I baked them when it was raining. So let's try. This weekend, I baked cookies when it was raining. Whoa, was that more than 7? You got it. It was better than that. So this weekend, every sentence starts with a capital letter, So we are going to start with a capital letter, capital T, the. What makes the sound? TH, is, this. Now weekend, that's a really long word. So I like to break it apart. I like to clap it out. Weekend, do it with me. Weekend. So I'm gonna do the first part, which is week. Week. I'm gonna get my finger space in there. This eek. All right, week. That was the first part. Week. and then end. And. Now you notice, because I broke them apart, it doesn't mean that they're two different words. That just means I'm breaking it apart so I can hear all the sounds. This weekend, finger space, good writers always have finger space. Who? I, always a capital letter with I when it's all by itself. Now baked. Is bake something you can do? It is, but I did it in the past. What do we have to add if it's in the past? An an ED. So, we remember, oh, I can't remember if it's B. Where does the little curve go? Remember, B has a belly. So I'm gonna put a belly in front. I bake, right? I baked. What has a t? Oh, remember, if you hear it and you did it in the past, even though you hear the T, it's going to be an ED. Oh, I don't have enough room here, so I need to move down and sweep. I baked what? I'm gonna put a U here. Ease. Ease. Is that the end of this weekend? I baked cookies. Oh, but I thought I was gonna add more. I baked cookies when? 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 Finger space. Get those finger spaces in. When it was. I don't know how to spell was. Where could I look? My writing office was. I'm gonna look. Oh, it's under the W. Was. W-A-S. I want you to spell the word was on the carpet. W-A-S. In the ceiling. W-A-S. In the ceiling. This weekend, I baked cookies when it was, what's that one? Rainy. When it was rainy. Rain. E. Okay. Put that one there. When it was rainy. How do I know? How does my reader know I'm done? Oh, period. Do you remember Mrs. Roberts' challenge though? My challenge was not to do one, but try to do 2 or 3. So if I want to talk more about, I forgot. I watched a movie. Should I put that here? What? But I want to tell you that I watched a movie. Oh, but remember, that would be OFF topic. Those two don't make sense together. If I want to write another sentence, I need to write about something about these cookies, right? So let's go back to my text. Well, I have my picture of it's raining. There's me baking the cookies. What was I baking? Where was I baking them in? I drew my oven. Maybe I'll just draw so this looks more like an oven. It's got like little circles there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is have another sentence that matches this. So, well, I have my cookies and I had to kind of push them in the oven so that they would bake. Let's see if I can make a sentence. I pushed them in the oven. Okay, 6 is pretty good. 6 is pretty good. Let me think about that oven. What did it have to be for the cookies to go? Oh, it had to be hot. I pushed them in the hot oven. 7 up sentence. Do it with me. I pushed them in the hot oven. Do you notice how I added another sentence or added another word to make it a lot better? So I have my punctuation here. I'm gonna move this up so you can see. I have my punctuation, but how do I start another sentence? Every sentence starts with a capital letter. You've got it, capital letter. Still talking about me. I pushed it. Is push something you can do? I can do that, but I already did it. I did it in the past. So what do I have to add at the end? An ED. I have to add an ED. So shh. What makes the sh sound? Put it in the air. SH. Put it on the ground. SH. Write it on your hand again. SH. I push. Now I already did it. Pushed. I hear the t at the end. Oh, but is push something you can do? It is, so we need to put an ED. We don't need that T in there. I pushed like this, M in the of in. How do I tell my reader that I'm done? I'm good, right? Punctuation stops a sentence. We got to stop it so our reader knows we're done. Excellent. So I think I look pretty good. I got 2 sentences, and I think I'm going to do my markings now. So we got to go and do our green. We have our, is it capital? Is it capital? You got it. Is it capital? You got it. And I see a punctuation, so I have, is it capital? Yep, I is always capital when it's by itself. Okay, next one is I got to find my stop sign here with my red. This weekend, oh, found one here. Remember when we have our punctuation, it kind of tells us to take a little breath, right? Instead of it going really fast. So that is our stop sign, to take a little breath. Now I'm going to do my dot and say. Do you notice, Mrs. Roberts, when I was writing, I went back lots of different times to make sure that it sounded right. Because sometimes when we're writing, we forget what we're writing. So here we go. This weekend, I baked cookies when it was rainy. Pretty good. Sounds good. I pushed them in the oven. Ooh, pretty good. Let's look back at our sight words here. Was this weekend a sight word? This might be. If you look under the T, it might be in there. I is another one. Baked, probably not. Cookies, when. Ooh, when. Maybe let's look at that one. When. When. I'm going to go into my writing office. Oh, I found it. When. Oh, it's got a WH in there. So I'm going to make sure I put it how it's spelled, and then I'm going to circle. Look in there to see if you can find it. It was rainy. I pushed them is a sight word in the oven. All right, so I have all my markings done. Looks like I did pretty good. I don't have any capitals in the middle of my sentence, just when I have the word I. Let's make sure that my picture matches. Okay, we've got, let's look here. I'm gonna use my blue so you can see it. This weekend, what shows that I did it this weekend? Well, it's maybe in the past, right? I've got my arrow. I baked, here's I'm baking right here. Cookies, here's my cookies. When it was raining, here's my rainy part, okay? I pushed them in the oven. Well, here I am kind of pushing them in the oven. Does everything in my text match my picture? You got it. Now let's see if it was on topic. Remember we talked about on topic, it all has to kind of go together. I can't bake cookies and then go do the laundry. They don't really go together. But I was talking about how I was baking the cookies when it was raining out, and I pushed them in the oven. I'm still talking about when I was making cookies. Now, if I wanted to even add more, I was thinking about how good they were. I was thinking about how good they were. Now, should I say it was fun? It was good? No, we don't want, I kind of don't like it was fun or it was good or I had fun, because those are kind of boring. Why did you have fun, or why was it good? If I was going to add one more, I think I would talk about how I really enjoyed eating them afterwards, or they were delicious when I tried them, with a little exclamation point, right? But it looks like my time for my lesson is done. So if I was going to add one more sentence, what sentence would you add into finish my last sentence? Take a pause. Woo. Take a pause. And what would you add for my third sentence? All right, go back with your play sentence, or go back with your play button. And I was curious to see what kind of sentences you would add to mine. But like I said, my challenge is not to do one, maybe 2 or 3. Try to fill up both sides, because in first grade, we like to add lots of details and tell our reader as much as we can about our topic, right? But we want to stay on topic. We don't want to go OFF topic. We want to stay on the same topic, which was my cookies, right? We don't want to have laundry and cookies. Make sure we stay on topic. If you have an ED in your writing and you have that in your writing, I'll be super impressed. All right, good luck with your writing, friends. I can't wait to see it.